is Shelby Green, and I am from Chicago, Illinois. And A-Camp has been pretty much amazing. It's been a literal lifesaver earlier this year, just because it's one of the few places that I've discovered that it is possible, not just theoretically in an academic or in a closed circle area, that people can care enough, and judgment can actually be put aside and work can get done, but not in a dry kind of academic manner. But overall, it's just amazing up here. I mean, everybody comes together, nobody's judgmental, everybody's just everybody without all the weight that we usually carry,
You said that A-Camp, is it saved your life earlier this year?
Yeah, I had a bad spring. Not for any of the usual typical reasons, I guess, that people would become super depressed or, suicidal, if there are typical reasons. There were reasons. I had feelings. Things got pretty bad, and a lot of it was predicated on the idea that things couldn't get better, as for the slogan. Coming to A-Camp was literally like taking a vacation from myself, but not the bad self. I came to A-Camp, and I was surrounded by people that I was accepted by, and we all hung out together, and it kind of gave me hope that even though I know down in the, down off the mountain, things are still going to be kind of crappy, that if it's possible to do up here, then it is possible to do everywhere. So that gave me just gave me a lot of hope. And I'm probably going to be at every A-Camp I can get to from now on. Every time.
This is your second A-Camp?
It's the second one.
So what was your first A-Camp like?
Mind-blowing. This one's been a little more low-key because I'm like, I'm a veteran. I've got this down. The first one was, I think, I spent the first one I spent most of the camp just running around like I was drugged. I was just running around like, this is so great. Everybody here likes everybody here. And it's funny that is something that is so rare to be, like, intoxicating. I mean, we had a pool party. We had like 100 lesbian and queer-identified women, and there were tall women, short women, thin women, round women. There's no judgment. Like, I would never show up to most places in a bikini ever, and I came down in a bikini at the pool and just didn't even think about it. And it's amazing, they don't have to think about that stuff after a while. It takes up a lot of cycles in the brain. So, yeah, the first camp was kind of magical. That's an understatement.
What has your experience been like the second time around?
A little more low-key. A little more low-key, but it's still doing the same thing it did before. It's still the same, things have been rough. Not bad, but rough, and I've been working through the summer and getting a bunch of stuff done. I knew A-Camp was coming, so as soon as I finally got here, it kind of fell into it. The cabins are wonderful. This time we were in a cabin with everybody in one big room, so there's a lot more camaraderie going on, even though last time we were probably a little bit crazier. But this time has been amazing. I like the carnival feel that they put on. I love the presentation from I can't remember the name, Emotions, the poet, and Lex. Those two were amazing. It's kind of actually nice to see a lot more queer people of color here for this one. Oh, and the gender panel, because, I love the gender panel. That's the panel I don't shut up at. Everything else I'm usually pretty quiet. So.
Were those your favorite activities this year?
Oh my goodness, my favorite activities this year? I'm trying to remember what I've done. I have done things. What did we do yesterday? There was the slam poetry thing. That was the first time I've ever written poetry, ever. That's to be performed in front of people. And that was kind of scary, but at the same time very liberating. Of course, the comedy hour with Deanne Smith and the Campapalooza, if that's what they were calling it, the songs, and then Club Deer. Just partying with people. That's just a blast. And of course, all the panels. I mean, pretty much every panel. There's no panel that I would not want to go to, which is upsetting because you can't. There's too many panels going on at the same time. So
that's what someone was joking around. They said one thing they should do is make the panels less awesome, so it's easy to choose. I
know, you have panels like the gender panel, which, of course, is my favorite panel. I'm like, I'm all in there for that. And, of course, it's opposite of Nerdcraft, where you're making geeky, nerdy things. And I'm like, it's like both of my favorite things. We should have, like, gendercraft. We'll make geeky, nerdy things while talking about gender. That would be perfect. I don't see why those two things are exclusive. We can do both.
So what's something that you've been able to take away from A-Camp?
Yeah, I said it before. It's kind of the same thing. It's actually hope. Clarity of vision. You know, everybody a lot of people say the same things, you know. It's like you have a lot of feels, you know, on Mount Fields. We all have a lot of feels up here, and we all see a lot of stuff. And it's like, the trick is to try and hold on to it for the rest of the year, you know. If I could take and have 10% of the camaraderie and everything that's going on up here, if I could hold on 10% of that and translate it down into the lower world, it would be fantastic. So yeah, it's just it's hope that things can get better, and things will get better when people drop all the prejudgmental things that are going on out there. You know, it's just that's what I always take away from A-Camp. So.
Is there anything else you want to share about A-Camp?
Yeah, it's something that I would suggest everybody, you know, any queer or lesbian, identified woman, or masculine gender woman, or genderqueer, you know, pretty much, I would suggest to anybody that it's wonderful to be able to come up here because it's a celebration of being able to be together without all the divisiveness. And actually, it's not even focused on the divisiveness. We don't even think about it. We just come up here and everybody just relaxes and just bees, and that's bees. It just is. But yeah, anybody who can get up here to at least try it should try it, you know. Unless there's too many people. And then I'll be mad because I can't come. That would be about it.
Cool.